Uriah Hall. Are there any other fights you're looking forward to? Oh, boy. Hey, you know what? Here's what I'm liking. My man Nigel Lee, we're taking a little peek, a little reach into Bellator's main event. Guys, Bellator has a banger card the same night, I believe, which I'm never a fan of. Give me a Bellator on a Friday and a UFC on a Saturday. But Bellator straight squaring up to Dana White and going head-to-head. I'm loving that main event. Al, what do you think of that? What do you think of that main event in Bellator?
I didn't realize that they moved. It's on Saturday now.
I think so. Hey, correct, guys in the chat. Al, correct me if I'm wrong.
You're right. Yeah,
okay.
You're right.
Yeah, and I don't like it. I don't want to watch two cards at the same time. Give me a Friday card. Give me a Saturday card. It's almost like Bellator's like, yo, they're bringing a weak card. Let's see if we can beat these guys on the ratings. They're not going to, but they're probably going to come close because let's keep it real. This Bellator card is a much stronger offering from what they have on their roster talent-wise to what the UFC's given us. Now, maybe this is a strategic angle from the UFC. They knew Bellator had a card, so they're going, hey, let's not necessarily load up the name value. We're not going to get strong ratings because a lot of people are going to be watching Bellator. I don't know the angle, but this main event, Pitbull versus AJ McKee. Al, have you thought of this one at all?
You know, to be completely honest, the fight of next weekend is this might be the biggest Bellator fight since Chandler Pitbull, right? Like this is a big one, man. And Dan Goldstein puts it perfectly. He says AJ is too big and too young. And that's based on just a full gut call. I 100% agree. I think that AJ McKee, much bigger guy. He's the younger guy. He's taken less damage, more willing to step forward, whereas Pitbull is kind of more rangy. And I gotta go with the younger McKee here. And it just comes down to basically it's a coin flip fight. And on the look ahead, if we're able to get a plus money spot on McKee, I think he should take it because I'm not very good at predicting line movement, but I would not be shocked if this line closes with McKee as the favorite. What do you think?
I think it's a good fight, but you know what? I kind of feel like this could be one of those classic passing of the torch moments. You know, Pitbull has held it down, wins over Michael Chandler, just wins over everybody. If you're anybody in Bellator and you're even remotely close to the weight class of Pitbull, he's fought you and he's probably beat you, right? But he's getting up there in age now. I don't know if we're seeing the best Pitbull anymore. And we're talking about a young guy, and you know, it's my man Nigel Lee with the phenomenal point in the chat. AJ McKee is one of the first guys in a generation. He is a second generation MMA fighter, okay? He's not a guy that came up in a jiu-jitsu, a karate, a taekwondo, a wrestling background, okay? He came up in a mixed martial arts background. This dude's been doing everything from day one, right? And I think that's the new wave. I think that's the next level. Why are the Dagestanis so goddamn good at this sport? Because they come from a place where Sambo, where a mixed martial art base, they strike, they wrestle, they grapple, they do jiu-jitsu, they do it all. They have virtually a lifetime head start on everybody because they didn't come from a NCAA Division I background where they had never boxed, they had never thrown a strike. And now I'm 22, I've graduated from college, I'm a national champion, whatever. And now I have to learn striking. I have to learn jiu-jitsu, and I'm learning on the job, right, as I come up. I think this is a spot. AJ McKee, he's the ever so slight underdog right now. And I do think there's value. You know, the way he hit they call it the McKeeatine that he hit on Darian Caldwell, just a thing of beauty, something we've never seen. And he is the bigger, longer guy. I think he's going to be the stronger guy. I'm not sure if he necessarily has the finishing power like Pitbull, but the God-given attributes, the length, I feel like he can make this his fight. And I do. At where it's right now, I think that AJ McKee is going to be the play. I think AJ McKee is going to come in here. And again, I could see this being a classic passing of the torch moment. Am I going to be surprised if Pitbull wins? Am I going to be surprised if Pitbull is just too much at this point for McKee? I don't know, but I also feel like Bellator has played this very well, and they've given him that time, and it's been a good gradual step up, and he's just passed with flying colors every step of the way. And here he is now at the top of the Bellator heap, which is a different, you know, being at the top of the Bellator heap is different than the UFC, right? Is beating Pitbull enough to make you a top 15 guy in the UFC? Oh, absolutely. I think Pitbull still gives a lot of guys in that division, even in the UFC, run for their money. Could even still be maybe title challenger, you know, type talent material. But man, a young dude, undefeated, a finisher, and a guy that's giving people looks they're not really used to, man. I feel like for McKee to lose this fight, it's not going to be because he's physically not there and doesn't have the skill set. I almost feel like it would have to be a mental thing, that Pitbull's just would be the mentally stronger fighter and would come in here and exploit that aspect of McKee. He's the underdog, like I said, ever so slight underdog. I think you can maybe still find a plus sign next to the number at some books. And like I said, I'm not going to be surprised if this ends up as a dead heat, a pick 'em, or even McKee becomes the favorite now that we are approaching fight week. I think McKee's the move, man. Like I said, I still have a lot of work to do on this fight. I really haven't cracked into it at all. But as I stand right now, a week out, my lean's AJ McKee. Thank you guys for bringing that up in the chat, man. That's a great fight. I'm glad we got to touch on it here a little bit.